You are a problem. There's no way in hell I would recommend any of my guys get anywhere near you. You're a fucking nuclear Chernobyl disaster. Stay in counseling. Leave good men the fuck alone.
Relationship Insight for Men. I'm going to be leaving my comment for the end of the video. And if you guys do enjoy, please like and subscribe. Let's get into the video.
That's why I called in.
Go ahead.
For me, the thing I'm struggling with, I'm trying to transition from that world into the real world, but it's actually a real struggle for me because of I'm used to the fast money, get money fast, spend money fast, live the fast life.
Yeah.
Now that I'm moving into the real world, I'm struggling to find a man because I'm actually always nervous that they will find out about my past. How do I navigate that? And what do I do? Do I tell them or do I just keep quiet?
Well,
If I keep quiet, what if it comes up someday?
okay. So you're transitioning out of sugar baby into you're trying to become a soccer mom.
Yeah, and I have had some interesting pictures online, but I paid like $20,000 to this company,
Okay.
and they tried
I
out
know women who are
everything.
escorts
Like,
I know women who are
yes,
escorts who are actual well-known escorts who've transitioned. Here's the reality.
mhm,
If you're trying to find a man a certain amount of means, he's going to do his due diligence on you anyway. You can scrub as much as possible. The thing is, I would say, where are you going? Why do you want what you want? And then where are you going to get it? Because that sugar baby lifestyle, that fast money lifestyle is not the same thing. We go find a quote unquote Henry. It's going to be very different. And there are not a lot of suckers out there either. That's what I think a big misperception is that, you know, that you got guys who are making really, really good money and they are not logical men. They know why women are around them.
mhm. They
Why
know,
do,
yes.
yeah. And the question is, how old are you? Let's start there. How old are you?
I am 27.
Okay. And do you want to be a wife?
Yes, that's actually my goal before I
Oh,
turned 30. I graduated from grad school last
oh,
year, and
okay.
I'm working
So,
at a
what
finance
kind of
firm
wife do
right
you
now.
want to be? What kind of wife do you want to be? You want to be a stay-at-home wife, meaning you don't
I
have
want
to.
to I want to stay at home when my kids are younger, but when they turn 5, I want to go back into the real world.
Oh, what do you mean go back into the real world? Go work?
Like I want to have a career once my kids get a little older.
Career doing what?
I studied finance and I studied entrepreneurship in grad school.
Uh-huh.
So I want to do something. Maybe right now I'm working at a financial company, but eventually I want to have my own business, do my own thing and stuff like
Yeah, well,
that. But I want
I would tell you basically based on what I'm hearing, you're gonna have a real hard time because one,
uh,
you come from a sugar baby lifestyle where you're in control of your own moves. You have a grad degree, it already works
yes,
against you, and then you say, "I want a man who." And let's be real, you don't want a broke man. You want a man with significant six figures. But yet you still
yes.
want to be able. But yet you still want to be able to go out, and after your kids get school age, you want to go be back out. Those kind of
I
men.
want to do that. If
Hold on.
my man,
Listen. Men at that level are not looking for a woman. You have a plan. You want a man to sit in. You want a wife. You're not
yes.
trying to be a wife.
Hmm.
That ain't gonna work. That's not gonna. And you're 27, and you have this background and risky pictures. No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
The
See,
pictures, okay, the pictures are deleted. I spent
I don't care
$20,000
if
and
they're I
everything.
don't care if they're deleted or not. The fact of the matter is, man, you cannot. Okay, you want the benefits of being a traditional feminine woman in a new masculine role. You want a wife.
Hmm.
Why do you want your children once they're school age for you to go back and start a career? Why do you want to do that? If you already got a husband that can take care of everything, why do you want to do that?
Well, it depends. If I have a husband who can really, really take care of me and the kids, and I don't need to work,
Why
I
would you
am not
not marry?
going to
Why would you
work.
marry a man who can't do that and give him kids?
No, I said if I find a man who can do that, I will not need to go back to work, but I don't want to give up everything, all my power
There
to a
you go.
man.
There
That
you
scares
go.
me.
There you go. Thank you. You want to,
That
there you go.
scares me.
Hold on. Hold on. I know what I heard when I heard it, and I'm
Hmm.
calling bullshit.
Hmm.
You want a fool.
No, I just want things
Yes,
on
you
my
do.
terms.
No, no, exactly. That's right. You want things on your term. And guess what? If you could have things on your term, you would have had it already because you've already had plenty of high level men. How come you haven't cashed out before 27?
Oh, no, no, no. I don't want to be married to those men. Number two, most of them were older, like in their 50s and
Who
60s.
the
They were
fuck do
not.
you think makes this kind of money, ma'am? 20-year-olds? See, this is
Okay,
Jessica. This is
so
what I'm talking about. The delusional woman. See, the world can have these, but we can't have men
Yeah.
acting like this. This is fucking delusional. You want a complete total package, but yet then you want the ability to go squirt out some kids. Then you want to go right back in the corporate world because at the end of the day, you don't want to really rely upon a man, depend upon a man. You want to control all the cards. And the guys that I know will stay away from you. They spot you coming and you'll think they're not messing with you because you were a sugar baby, because you had risque pictures. No, they're not going to mess with you because you're a bad bet. I am not a therapist and I can tell all kind of shit is wrong with this. There's no way in hell I would justify having any guy that has any kind of means to touch you. Because you don't want to be married to be a wife. You want to be married. No, 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 no. Stay in the sugar baby world, stack your money, and get you a boy toy. Because to get a real masculine provider male, you're looking for a sucker, a beta male provider. Mm-mm. Don't deal with those.
okay, so what do you think I should work on to get to my goals? Because
Why do
I
you
already
think?
made
Why do
the
you think
money.
so
I
little
have
of
the
men?
savings.
My thing is this: why do you think so little of men?
Well, what I have experienced with them, that my experiences have made me think so little of them because
Okay,
I've seen what they've done behind the.
such as,
Okay,
such as.
Wow.
Hold on.
leaving their wives and children at home, coming to see someone, lying to their families,
Okay,
and all those things. I
okay.
have been the woman on the other side, and I have experienced it. I know
Okay,
what
so
these
let me
men are
ask you a let me
capable of
ask you a
because
question.
I
Let me ask you
unraveled
a
a
question. Let me
man.
ask you a question. Let me ask you a
Yeah,
question.
yeah, yeah.
One, why were
Mm.
you dealing with sugar daddies like that?
Why was I dealing with them?
Yes.
Because money.
Right.
It
So,
was good.
Jessica, I put you on mute because I want to have this conversation. Yes, but you have the right of refusal. Yet you chose to deal with sugar daddies that lack character because of the money.
Most men that get in this hobby lack
No, ma'am,
character.
that is not true.
Most.
No, ma'am,
That
that
is
is not.
fact.
No, ma'am,
Because
that
they
is
have
no,
families, they have
no, ma'am,
children.
no,
They're
ma'am,
outliers.
no, ma'am, that is not.
Outliers.
No, ma'am, that is not true. And I'm not going to let you put that bullshit out here about most men. Those men that you decide to work with. I know more. I know too many guys that are not this way. And when I was out there, I wasn't this way. You took the highest bidder and you didn't worry about character. So don't pretend to try to make character an issue now when you were involved in adultery, when you were involved in being a mistress. The nerve of you. But let me go ahead and move on to the next subject. Because of the men you've chosen to interact with, what kind of therapy have you actually gotten on an individual level?
Um, I I'm actually going right now. I have been going for 6 months now,
Good, good.
and it
Because
has it. One thing I realized is that I had a lot of daddy issues. I guess
yes,
that's why I was very
yes,
attracted to most of
yes,
them. I was using them to fill that hole and
yes.
gap, and I'm realizing that now. But in a few years, I actually want to move on to the next chapter of my life,
Stop right there. Stop
and
right there. Stop right there. Stop right there. Stop right there. Let me get. I need you to focus on what I'm about to say. Right? Okay.
okay.
You don't get to put a clock on this. You are
Mm,
27. You have daddy issues, and you've only been in counseling for 6 months. You don't get to say in 2 years, I'm ready to move on. You're ready to move on when you work the process. If it's 2 years, it's 2 years. If it's 15, it's 15. But at the end of the day, the woman that's on this phone right now, you have a negative opinion of men.
okay.
And no man deserves to have to deal with a woman like that.
Mm.
Especially a man with resources. Again, ma'am,
So
if
you.
you're in
So,
again, man, I want you to listen to what I'm about to say. If you are in therapy for the last six
mm,
months, you
mm.
the one question I asked you, you did not take accountability. I asked you, why did you choose to deal with men who up front you knew what they were, married, whatever, whatever. You could have chosen to say, I don't deal with guys like that. I only deal with unmarried men. You could have chosen that, yes?
Married men are more generous.
I didn't, right. So the
And
answer
I was
is,
just about my money.
but the direct answer is yes, I could have chosen to deal with non-married men, but married men are more generous. Is that a yes or no question?
Yes.
Right. So you
That's
chose
the
to
yes.
deal with married men, yes or no?
I chose. Yes.
Okay, then stop sounding like you have a moral high ground when you chose to deal with a married man.
I mean, I'm not saying I have a high moral ground. I'm just saying my experience, and this is what my experience was.
You
So
chose
you
your
think I
experience,
chose
ma'am.
to,
You
you
chose
think
your
I chose to, yeah,
you
I
chose
chose
your
my
experience.
experience,
So
and
why,
I have
if it
reaped
was,
the
if
reward for
my
it.
question is
And
this, man. My question is this, really. If ultimately you knew one day you wanted to get out of this game,
mm-hmm,
you chose to mess around with married men, knowing it was having when you could have chose to take less money and deal with unmarried men. You
mm-hmm,
chose the money.
mm-hmm,
You're a
yes,
horror story waiting to happen because it's all on the men. Come back and listen to this show.
mm-hmm,
I'm not even looking at the comment section. Come back and listen to this show. It's all been on the men. Your negative impact, your negative impression of men is because of your experience with men, but you are 100% in control of who you decide to interact with. No one put a gun
mm-hmm,
to your head and said you had to go with married men.
mm-hmm.
No one. So what you're really afraid of, honestly, is one, daddy issues. Two, you're afraid of that karma and chickens coming home to roost. You're afraid that you get with one of these provider kind of men, and then some new young sugar baby is gonna be fucking and sucking your boyfriend, your husband on the side. That's why you want to go back to work, because if you find that out happens, you want to run his ass through the family court system, take all his shit, and still have some of your stuff to go with. You are a problem. There's no way in hell I would recommend any of my guys get anywhere near you. You're a fucking nuclear Chernobyl disaster. Stay in counseling. Leave good men the fuck alone. You don't qualify for one from your own moral choices.
Right.
We all have to deal with what we have to deal with. And see, if there were men on the other side, I would tell them similar things. But you don't get to just decide to shake it all off and then to expect to go get a upstanding man. No, it's not how that works, man.
So that's
But
not
there,
how that works.
No,
Okay.
but kudos to you for being in therapy. Stay in therapy, let work the therapy, and then when you are really ready to take accountability for yourself and your choices, and you can say, yeah, then you'll be more likely, you'll be more capable of finding something that's going to be fulfilling to where you won't need a plan B or an exit strategy. That's
So
what
do
that's
you
what that
think
job
if
is.
I reach that place mentally and emotionally, shall I be honest about the past, or shall I just keep it to myself?
I would say be honest. Honesty
Be
always
honest.
works. We live in a connected
Okay.
digital world, and here's the thing: you'll be amazed. Many guys, come on, man. If you're a beautiful woman, guys expect beautiful, powerful men to be. If you're a beautiful woman, guys expect powerful men with resources to be around you. It's not uncommon, but you're judging it harshly. I would say you're judging it harshly in large part due to your current mind state. Give it some time, ma'am. You're 27. You've only been in 6 months. Give it a couple of years, and then you'll come back and you may realize that I look at this completely different. It's still too new for you right now. Okay.
Okay, I will give that a shot.
Thank you.
Like Kevin Samuels always say to you guys, stay in your purpose. Be on the grind. Get the money, because women necessarily in general do not necessarily care about men. They care about your wallets and what you have within your pants. And guys, this young lady is sick. She's coming from an area where she's a sugar baby and she's looking for sugar daddies. And now she wants to live the feminine lifestyle. It doesn't work like that. This lady needs several years of counseling because of her traumas. She's now going to a place where she's generalizing men, that men are this way, when she's a person that chose the type of guys that she's been with. She had a choice whether to choose good guys or bad guys, and she went and chose the bad guy. Now she wants good guys to come and mess up those guys. No. This kind of woman needs to stay away from good men and don't come in to mess them up. Just like on the other end, I wouldn't want a young lady who's good for another guy to go mess her up as a good girl. So I'm not saying it's just on the ladies' side, but also on the men's side, guys. So you have to be careful. This is why it's very, very, very important for you guys to question, to research these women, especially if you're guys that have money and you're on your purpose, on your grind. All right, guys, continue to support Kevin Samuel's channel, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.